Hi everybody, I'm Paul.
And I'm Megan with Dreaming Out Loud RV.
We are trading the everyday for a better day.
If you've ever thought about owning an RV lot, with the help of Blindviews, we're going to answer some of your questions.
So some people are saying, hey, I need that base camp. I need that sense of security. I don't want to go back to a house. I still want to travel. I still want to do the full-time RV life. So instead of buying land and then having to pay to get it all done and perked and flattened and put electric and dumpster, why don't I just go and buy an RV campsite? It's all set and ready to go.
Yes, it's much easier just buying an RV lot leveled and ready to go. Although, when we bought ours, it was in shambles. We had to redo the whole thing, dig up the pavement that was there, re-level it, took down a bunch of trees. There was a concrete pad we pulled up. So ours was major construction, but we bought ours in shambles. That's how we got such a good deal on it. So even with the renovations, we're still thousands below what it's worth. So yes, it's worth it.
Now, the first thing that you have to think about is there's an HOA, that's right, a homeowners association, and they make rules. So you have to look and check out all the rules that you're gonna have to follow.
Yes, there are HOA rules.
6 pages of rules.
6 pages of rules.
Some rules to consider are just a few, or just like, can you change anything? Can you build on it? Can you, say, put a little shed there?
Can't build on it necessarily, but we can put a storage unit on it. It has to be a Rubbermaid, 5x6 in size, and you can have up to 2 of those on one lot. I think the reason they do that is to keep everything uniform throughout the park.
So before we do anything to our lot, it does have to be formally written up and submitted to the board or the committee to be approved. We found that right off the bat, even just removing trees and cleaning up our lot. Right.
They really don't want you to do anything to your lot unless they approve it, which is a good thing. Then you don't have people just running rogue, digging up their lots, junking them up, putting all kind of ugly decorations up there. You know, they're pretty strict about all that, which we like.
It's a process, but I think it's in general worth it.
When you're not there, can you rent out your space?
Yes, we can rent out our space.
And if you can rent out your space, do you get the money, all the money, or is it like, say, a 60-40 split?
We can do it ourselves, or we can opt to have the park do it for us.
Yep. So if the park does it for you, it's a 50-50 split. And that sounds like a lot because it is a lot. So we are doing it through the park right now because we bought the lot, we did all kind of renovations, and we just knew we didn't have the time to rent it out. So for us right now, the first year, we felt like the park doing it was more convenient for us. We don't have to do anything. We just get a check every couple weeks in the mail for what they've rented it out, which is sad because our checks are pretty good for 50%. So I think we're gonna start renting it out ourselves in 2022.
The difficulty is the park does not advertise.
Right.
So I think it could actually book up a whole lot more if we were
Right.
doing it ourselves.
Yeah, they're not even advertising it. If you call them for a lot and they have one, they rent it to you. So with a little bit of advertisement, I think we'll do much better on the lot rent.
When you are there, can you have guests? I know it sounds silly, but some places don't allow you to have guests.
We can have guests on our lot. We own the lot, we own the rig, so it's just like having a home. You can have people over. Can they park on our lot? Absolutely. As long as you have room to stay off the road, they can park on your lot. They do have overflow parking for people to park in if you have extra vehicles, if you have a utility trailer, and that type of thing.
Which is the next thing. Are you allowed to have a golf cart or a bicycle or something like that?
Yes, you can have a golf cart. You have to be a licensed driver or have a licensed driver with you. And I think you have to be able to touch the pedals and have your back to the back of the seat, if I remember right. So yes, you can have them, but there are rules to follow.
Dogs. Can you have pets? Are there breed restrictions? Are there certain breeds they will not allow, if they do allow pets at all?
Yes, you can have dogs. They are allowed. Breed restrictions? We're not sure. I haven't checked on that. But we have seen people walk in what's considered to be aggressive breeds.
Yeah, we didn't see anything specific about breed in the bylaws themselves, so we would have to actually ask at the
Yeah,
park.
I'm not sure
but
about
have
that.
not heard anything about breed restrictions.
What we found to be really interesting was in the bylaws, you cannot have, other than a turtle, any other reptiles. So I'm assuming snakes and lizards and that type of thing. But you can have a rodent as a pet.
Rodent, bunnies, birds.
I guess because if you have a rodent as a pet, you don't want your neighbor's snake eating it, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's just interesting, some of the laws they have, not laws, but some of the rules.
And I would just add that we would not buy an RV lot if Pebbles couldn't come with us.
Yes.
And can you even stay year round? Are you allowed to be there in your spot? That's right, the little hunk of dirt that you bought. Are you allowed to stay there year round if you so choose?
Yes, we can stay year round. What's the trick to staying year round?
That I guess it's extremely windy down in Gatlinburg, and from November to April you actually have to have your rig tied down.
Yep, they have a guy that comes by and puts anchors down through your site, through the concrete, and ties it down. Kind of thought it was silly, but our neighbor said they get 80-mile-an-hour gusts, and it has turned over rigs. So that's one of the requirements.
So as a precaution, you have to tie down if you're going to stay. I think there's almost 40 people that actually stay year round.
Yes, yeah, there are people that live there. There's retired people that live there. So there are people that keep their campers down there. They have pull behinds and they have motor homes and some park models. They leave year round if they rent out. So those are tied down as well.
Now, when it comes to their rig, that's right, it's your rig, your little hunk of dirt, but are there rig restrictions? Is there a certain age, just like some campsites? Your rig can't be over 10 years old. Do they have that same thing?
So there are park models in this park that are probably 25 plus years old.
We didn't find anything specific about restrictions on age of the campers. But as Paul said, there's a lot of older ones there, like older park models. But there are rules about like maintenance and keeping them clean and having to wash them at least once a year.
Yeah, they
Some
want
more
you
upkeep.
they want you to wash your rig and even your site, pressure washing. Most of the time that's in the spring. They want you to at least do it before the main season starts, which that's respectable. I appreciate that.
The next thing you really want to think of is what is included. That means electric, water, sewage, and other things like that. Is that included?
So with our HOA fees, that includes lawn care, leaf removal, that type of thing. It does not include electric. We pay our own electric bill. It does include water and sewer, however, plus trash pickup. Our HOA fees are due quarterly. The HOA fees are around $2,400 a year. That might sound like a lot, but if you look at most any seasonal site, you're going to pay a lot more than that, and you can't even be there year round.
And of course, you want to ask about amenities. Are there any amenities while you're there? You paid an HOA fee. What does that fee actually cover?
So the HOA also covers taking care and maintaining 2 pools, and they have an adult-only pool. They have playground, shuffleboard, huge clubhouse, snack bar, and a couple bathhouses. So they really do a lot. It covers a lot of maintenance and that type of thing. So especially if you're a full-time RVer and you want somewhere you can park for however long you want, as many times as you want, and leave whenever you want, an RV lot is for you. If you love the rig you're in and you know there's no time in the future you're going to buy another sticks and bricks, then you should consider an RV lot purchase.
It's definitely something we would not trade for anything. We are so glad that we did it. 100% no regrets, because not only is it a place we know we can have as a home base anytime we want, but being able to rent it helps it pay for itself.
Yeah, absolutely. Now all the information we gave you in this video is pertaining to our lot in Tennessee. All of them have different rules and regulations, but with our experience, this is the information we can provide.
Just wanted to pass on what we've learned, so if you're ever looking, you kind of know a little bit of what to expect.
And we just want to thank Blindviews for giving us the permission to use his video. He's one awesome dude.
Absolutely.
So definitely, if you don't know Blindviews on YouTube, go check him out. He's awesome, awesome videos, and he's a straight shooter.